asking Stanford students thought-provoking questions. I'm all ears. I'm all about trying to think
Doing
beyond
something
what
for me for a
is.
change was getting my education, so I decided that Purdue Global was the way to go.
Learning.
Do you think being poor is a choice? Why would it?
Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Riddell Lewis. We are reacting to asking Stanford students thought-provoking questions. Let's see if they get full marks. I'll rate their question out of 10 to see how insightful or dumb it is. 0 for you're actually stupid, and 10 for you are the next Einstein.
I don't know. I'm asking.
We've had food, but sometimes we've had a question where we get it from.
I asked students from world-class Stanford University and this local college the same 3 questions. If your college matters, what success is, and even controversial topics around money. Should billionaires exist? Let's put it to the test and see which students actually know how to think. I mean, do people even need to watch this? Isn't it obvious? Okay, so why do you go here?
Primarily the prestige.
Parents wanted you to go here?
Yeah, of course.
Do you even want to go?
Having gotten in, I was like, oh, okay, I'll go here.
The palm trees. When I saw them in the brochure, I was like, I have to apply.
For the auto tech program.
Can't just have idiots like me making videos. We actually need people fixing cars and stuff, right?
Right, definitely.
Why do you teach here at De Anza?
I needed job security when my child was born.
Do you think some people look down on community college?
Oh, you go to De Anza? It's like, what are you? Casual?
Oh, you didn't get into your school of choice. Oh, you don't have enough money.
I'm pretty competitive, so it's hard not to compare yourself to other people.
Right. Because when we're asking people, what do? We're asking them about their school, job, or title to calculate the amount of respect that we want to give. But with Stanford being $75K a year, is it worth the flex?
An environment where
Hell no, ladies and gentlemen. I used to go to a private school. I did transfer to an online school, but at the end of the day, even though the experience of the private school was fun, it was very fun, and it offered a lot in terms of perspective and resources. It's not worth the amount of money I had to put myself in debt for.
where everyone is intellectual and highly driven is very unique.
It has a lot more to do with quality of the connections you can make.
Hard work always matters, but today, who you know can get you farther than what you know. But what happens if you can't even afford the opportunity? Do you think college should be free?
I don't know how to make it free and still be equitable too.
There should be some form of barrier to entry. Cost is one of them.
Communities that have historically been subject to redlining, they should have the opportunity to go to school for free.
It's a Libby alert, Libby. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She just said redlining, gerrymandering, racist, systematic racism. They deserve free education. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's on TikTok too much. 0 out of 10. 2 out of 10. I'll give you 2. You know what redlining is, I'm sure.
Is that fair?
Is it fair that don't have access to high quality education like other students?
0 out of
People
10, never
deserve
mind.
education, even if it is at a university like Stanford.
Well, let's say that you didn't get this amazing scholarship. Would you have even gone here?
Oh no, it would just not be a possibility whatsoever.
Free or $75K a year, college is an investment of time. And so it's important that the time you spend is building towards your desired future. So it made me think, besides the obvious like hard work and who you know, what else is needed to succeed? And after talking to more people
Why
from
my
both
guy
sides, I
flex
identified
with the
3
plane,
more
bro?
keys to success. But the thing is, success is different to each individual. So why don't I ask them exactly that? What is your definition of success?
Isn't having my own motorcycle repair shop.
Yeah, as long as I can pay rent.
My life has been successful. I have a family I love. I have a better standard of living than I did as a child.
Getting a good job, but also doing something that I really enjoy.
Sometimes success looks like just
A big 10 out of 10 for that response. You know, make sure you are just growing. You know what I'm saying? And from what it sounds like from that other individual, I can't even tell if it's a man or a girl. I respect it. I respect it.
getting out of bed.
Maybe I don't know about that, but
As cliche as it is, like well-being, happiness, I think that like monetary success can contribute to that, but I definitely wouldn't define it as like status.
for a lot of these students, success meant fulfillment. But for others, it sounds great and all, but that gender studies major isn't always putting food on the table.
Money is the biggest. Yeah.
Why do you want to be wealthy?
Without money, I cannot play the video game. I cannot watch the anime.
At some point in my life, be a teacher. Teachers are very underpaid.
I'm successful if I have
True.
a good family. To have healthy relationships, money is a big factor. It just takes a lot of stress away.
Would you do something just because it makes a lot of money?
Support my family, yeah.
Not having to worry about your bills and just being in a stable, like, middle class position is, like, my ideal.
How about the girls?
I only care 2D girls, so.
What do you mean?
Hey, my boy. The only people who say they only care about 2D girls, sorry, I know a few guys like that. The only people who say they only like 2D girls are people who can't get girls. That's just, it is what it is. My boy, get in the gym. Wash your face. Brush your teeth. And get yourself a girlfriend. I know for a fact you can get, I know girls like anime too. You can get a girl that likes anime. You don't, bruh, 2D girls are not going to satisfy you, bro. They just ain't. You can't just be jacking in your room every single day. You feel me?
It's anime girls.
That's all you care about?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Or?
Half kidding, half real.
What I've kind of realized is that throughout life our goals change, but unless we're intentional about them, we'll wake up one day to realize that we're no longer dreaming. Wow, so deep. Because as kids, we all had big dreams, but as we grow up, we lose sight to our circumstances, like stability and comfort, into what's considered realistic. Do you think that money starts becoming more into play as you get older?
Want to be a teacher at some point in their lives, but it's not practical right after school.
Don't you think that's kind of like success trap that people get in?
For sure. I mean,
To achieve any sort of success, you need hard work. But without luck on your side, you won't be that person at the right time and place to capitalize on opportunities. But when your circumstances haven't been as lucky and it's been about survival, pursuing success or fulfillment becomes a luxury. So when that's the reality, can anyone be successful? Or does this mean that for every success, there need to be losers? Do you think being poor is a choice?
My boy just laughed. Yeah, yo. Is being, well, does there need to be losers to find success? I mean, yeah. Yeah.
It's not my choice.
It's up to us to play the game, and I believe that anybody can make it.
I wasn't the richest. We've had
Facts.
sometimes we've had to question where we get it from, but who hasn't?
just like being rich isn't a choice either. You have no choice into the circumstances that you're born into.
Generational choice? Yes. At some point, someone didn't manage their money well, but if
Either
Wait,
you have no
wait.
choice into the circumstances.
I think being poor is a choice.
It's not my choice.
It's up to us.
I wasn't the richest. We've had food, but sometimes we've had to question where we get it from, but who hasn't?
Just like being rich isn't a choice.
Yo, shit. Libby alert, Libby alert. Jesus Christ. Being rich isn't a choice. Well, being poor isn't a choice either. You are born in your situation, and the government has to be the ones to take you out of it. I think that's what she thinks.
Either you have no choice into the circumstances that you're born into.
generational choice? Yes. At some point, someone didn't manage their money well, but a personal choice? No, no one chooses to be poor. It's the way the system is.
If it's a generational choice, doesn't that mean it's a collection of individual choices?
It is, but it kind of becomes a snowball because it's very hard to break the pattern of being born in poverty.
But maybe I need to be more specific.
That is very true. It is very difficult to get out of poverty, but I think when it comes down to it, people need to have that dog in them. It just is what it is.
Of course, no one controls what they're born into, but do you think it becomes a choice later on?
Some people party, take a lot of drugs. Later down the line, leave them in a position that they won't be able to make much money in the first place.
And some people just spend their entire lives waiting for that opportunity and then they never get it.
There are choices that can be made depending on circumstances that take you further from one extreme than the other.
Effort mixes with luck, but we all point to the story.
True.
And we forget the things
Spit
that are
in.
wrong for other people.
Immigrants come from backgrounds that are more likely to be low income. They've always been the most hardworking, but don't see the money or.
But how about those immigrants that do make it as a success?
Those are the exception. I think, like.
Are they? Well, it depends on, like, it depends on, I don't want to say this. I feel like a lot of immigrants succeed on average. Except, like, I don't want to be mean, but, like, unless you're like Hispanic, which I feel like Hispanics have it the hardest when it comes to growing. But I feel like a lot of like races of people
In that sense, is that a choice?
Sometimes it just you
to a certain
you
extent,
get
not
really lucky, I
succeed, but
think.
like not succeed to like a crazy extent, but
When
to a
you
certain
get your
extent,
next
I think
big
there's some
idea,
type of success.
Grammarly's tone suggestions can help pitch it with confidence.
Look, he's absolutely right. Most immigrants are very hardworking, but hard work isn't everything. Because just like who
True.
you know, your environment plays a huge role in making it easy to make certain choices. And it's exactly why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Grow up around wealth and you're gonna see clear pathways to build more, whether that's investing in real estate or building businesses. But if you've only seen poverty, the more common choices you're gonna see are drugs and violence. So although there's always some sort of choice, it's more illusion rather than reality depending on your environment.
But it raises a question. Okay, really though, who are you to say all this? I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah, but it's not like you left the comfort and stability of your own job. I mean, didn't you say that you want to become a full-time attention whore? Yes. I mean, no, it's not about attention. I'm trying to create an impact. But who in the world doesn't want to make an impact? You can't say any of this if you haven't gone after it yourself. Dude, fuck you. You know I'm working my ass off to try and make this happen. Could be doing better, could be doing more. Yeah, but you make it seem like success is all about hard work. Don't act like it doesn't require some degree of work.
Is the game rigged to only allow certain people to succeed? Should billionaires exist?
Billionaires like Jeff Bezos, sorry if you're watching.
I can assure you he's not watching. He has way better things to do.
Yes, trying to make them not exist would be really, really hard.
Why do you need all that money?
Not even like they're doing anything with the money except just sitting on it.
While people are like starving like on the streets or
I'll push back on that though, but don't you think all problems are perspective? You know, that can become an endless thing where you said, you know, someone always has it worse than
Okay. I definitely think like, you know, we all have our issues with billionaires, but to say they shouldn't exist is kind of dumb, you know?
You, right?
I think every billionaire sucks. If you're a billionaire, just give all your money away, man.
What if they earned it?
Yeah, I don't care if you earned it.
What if they want to use that money to better the world?
I don't think there's like a need for it.
I'm sure if I was a billionaire, I'd have a different answer. I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably say they should exist just because, you know, I played the game. Sometimes they don't always do things the right way, but nobody cares about that at the end of the day.
I don't think that like being a billionaire is a crime. Things could be a whole lot more equitable and somebody still make $1 billion. Problem is the tax laws are written so that they aren't actually paying fair taxes.
Some will say it's crazy for a few.
Yo,
to
that
control
person
the
was
world
spitting
alone.
the
And others will
entire
argue
time,
that they
bro.
bring value through innovation and jobs. But with the second most billionaires only behind Harvard, I wanted to ask the Stanford kids specifically.
This college has probably produced a lot of billionaires. Don't you think that's kind of what's made this school great?
I'm grateful to go here, but I don't worship Stanford and I don't worship the billionaires behind this institution.
Do you feel like Amazon or Bezos, they brought more good to society or bad?
And I don't think they're bad people. I think at some point there's a level of greed that just can't be overlooked.
Do you use Amazon?
I mean, yes, but
I do. At some point we have to stop blaming the consumers and start blaming the corporations.
Amazon is oftentimes the most.
Stop blaming the consumers and start blaming the corporations. What do you mean? We always blame the corporations. We never blame the consumers. I never see that as a talking point. Ever. I never see it.
Affordable and cheap option, you're kind of forced to.
I mean, no one's forcing you.
I mean, yes, but like that then calls into the question of the illusion of choice, right? Like
Amazon provides really essential tools for businesses and for our daily lives. That's $1 billion idea. But then if you have like something like Facebook that just preys on the privacy of others and is a general detriment to humans, then no.
Maybe there is this illusion of choice, but at a certain point, when does it become our responsibility to put our money where our mouth is? Is the solution to always play victim and just believe that we're helpless? Which brings me to the final and most important point, and its mentality. It's not wild to say that in terms of raw talent, there have been players better than MJ, Messi, or Brady. But the reason why they're at the top and most successful is their mindset. Their ability to handle pressure, be disciplined, and their drive to continually improve is what separates the best from the good. And the best part is that this mentality is completely within our control. So with that said, what would happen if we chose to think differently? That even if we didn't grow up in the best environment or went to the best school or were dealt shitty cards, that we always have a choice in dictating our success. Who knows?
That was a good video. Shout out to Jen. It's a good video. Very good video. I wish I could start doing this content. I am very busy as is, so I definitely don't have time to do that. I would have to take out other things and do other things, and you know what I'm saying. But we'll get there. We'll